Hello everybody, I finally made it to Calico Ghost Town. I'm in the parking lot and I will be doing more footage of the Ghost Town once I get in. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the trip so far. So I was supposed to actually be out here by Friday night and it's Sunday afternoon now. So I'm about a day and a half behind schedule. But it's been a really good ride. I just wanted to make sure that the KLR was in good operation. I had all my equipment, everything was charged up. I have time, you know, like I'm not in a rush. So I'm happy to be out here now. The morning started in Riverside, California, very foggy and cold. I do have my Climb Gore-Tex jacket that I've been using, and I have a thermal underneath that. But as soon as I pulled up here, the temperature was dramatically different. So I went ahead and took that off, put it in the, stowed it away, and gonna cool down a little bit. So this was also a good stop to take while I was, this was a good stop to take for me to take a break anyways. Now here's some technical difficulties. So I usually would mic up, and this is a newer Samsung that I'm using right now. And I want to call it an RCA jack, but I'm not sure, or a 3.5 millimeter one. I do have an adapter for this that I have some Sony headphones plugged in, because this is only a C receiver, a C cable configuration. So this can't plug in directly. I do have an adapter, but I don't want to dig it out right now. So when I get to my campsite tonight, I'll square that away so I can have the mic on. I also have another camera I bought. It's some more video cameras if I can blend the videos. It's amazing all the editing I can do on this Samsung. It's really quite amazing. Let me put this away first. One thing I was going to say, so last night before I started, I want to point something out. Last night before I started, last night I filled this up. This is, I think this is actually made by 50/50. I have one white one, it's made by the company 50/50. Then I have another one that's actually a Hydro Flask. But all that ice water, it was just full with ice and water last night, and it's still ice water now. So I got two of these. I carried two of these. So I'm gonna put that away. I just thought I'd point that out. I can show you some more of the configuration of the bike. I have it covered right now. And I got some stuff on I want people to see, and you know, and actually keeping everything cool and the sun off of it. I'll cover my helmet in a little bit. But yeah, the bike is fully loaded. I'm sure some of you have seen some other videos. A couple of things I was gonna say, if you are traveling Highway 40 or Route 66, oftentimes you'll see Calico as a feature of Route 66 or a site place that you might want to check out. So if you're on the 40 or Route 66, you would have to, you'll see signs for it, but it's about 6 miles from Highway 40, about 6 miles. It's the highway that's closer to it is 15, but that's the highway that goes from basically San Bernardino out to Las Vegas. So instead of following the 15 up, I actually jumped off in Victorville and went through the Hellendale part of Route 66 up to the Marine Corps base, where you have to jump on the freeway for about, I think it runs about 2 miles stretch, where original Route 66 was actually on the Marine Corps base. So you have to jump back on the 40 for a while and then get off, and I don't remember the name of the road right off the top of my head, but there are definitive signs that say Calico Ghost Town. There's also a restaurant called Peggy Sue's, kind of a 50-ish themed diner. That's actually Daggett. Daggett is your exit. So when you get to the town of Daggett on the 40 or Route 66, you're going to head northbound. I don't remember the name, but the town is Daggett. Daggett's very clearly marked. Drive 6 miles north and it can bring you right to the parking lot. $8 to get in. Yes, I asked about military discount. No military discount. That $8 includes parking and entrance into the ghost town itself. But once you make that left, or depending on direction of travel, once you head northbound off of the 40 or Route 66 on Daggett, you'll come to the intersection. Just stay on that one road, brings you right here, but you're going to end up intersecting Highway 15 at about the 4 mile mark. When you hit highway, when you're in that vicinity, look eastbound, you'll see Peggy Sue's Diner. It's a 50s themed diner. I've eaten there before. It's kind of cool. I like it. I recommend doing it. It's also plastered with Route 66 stuff. There are many things between Chicago and Los Angeles that pay homage to Route 66 or are known as Route 66 roadside attractions, and they're not on the actual payment. You're not driving down Route 66 and you see it. Sometimes you got to make these detours. I'm going to spend some time here today. I'm going to pause it for now and get back into Calico. It's warming up. I'll probably dress down a little bit, open up the vents on the climb. I'll talk about my climb jacket. It's a Gore-Tex jacket with a lot of venting capabilities. Keep me cool. Tonight's destination, I think I'm going to try to get to a campsite in Lone Pine. Yeah, Lone Pine. And then going to check out Manzanar tomorrow. All right, let me pause it for now. There's the entrance to the ghost town. Well, one thing I will say right now, I don't like to do a lot of talking when I get in there. So this was an original mine. I'm not sure what they were pulling out of the ground. I'm not sure if it was gold, silver, or something in between. There's the little tourist train. Oh. Anyways, there's the train, the little tourist train. So it was either a gold or silver mine. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll find out when I get in there. I've been here a couple of times. Plan to be here for about maybe an hour, 2 hours. If you're like me and you want to read everything, plan 3 hours, pack a lunch. I'm going to be having my lunch. I'm going to show you guys that also. They're not requiring any masks here in the world of COVID, which is nice. Looks like it's pet friendly. And anyways, it was an original mine. I'll get some more details on the inside. But the Knotts family, Walter Knotts from Knott's Berry Farm, he ended up purchasing it and bringing it back to life, like giving it a facelift. There are many buildings in here that are going to be refurbished, restored, reconstructed, and some of them are the originals. But we'll get into that later. All right, I will hopefully splice this together tonight. Bye. One thing I also wanted to mention is that there's a lot of side-by-sides, handrails and stuff. There's a lot of RV parking, RV places that are in the area. So when you come into the ghost town, it's just basically, here's what it looks like. It kind of looks like that area of Knott's Berry Farm, the ghost town Knott's Berry Farm. There's a lot of shops here, places to eat. They really deck it out. Here's all the names of the shops here, but they really deck it out. I'm gonna hit that up. They really deck it out for Halloween. You know, if you've been to Oatman on Route 66, I recommend coming back through here also. Has a lot of familiarity of what Oatman was like. And I did a video on Oatman earlier. Actually, I'm gonna stop in here real quick and see if I can get something done. I'm gonna try to get a sheath made. My friend, he's been here for a while. So the first leather shop on the right hand side when I walked in, not the one I was looking for, and I politely asked, you know, if it's okay if I do videos, and they said nope, they don't do any videos. So I'm gonna go walk up the street a little bit more. There's an old schoolhouse up the way that I want to show you guys, and there's a restaurant right to my right, but I think it's closed. Yeah, it says closed. So right behind me is a restaurant. Like I said, some of these structures are original. Here, let me turn it around. Some of these structures are original to the time. Okay, so there's other places to eat, and some of them were redone. This is a lot like Oatman. I recommend going to both of them. I did a couple of videos of Oatman. You know, I thought I was going to spend more time here in Calico, but I'll probably just walk up one side, down the other. Not really spend too much time. I'm not going to go on the train ride. Okay, well, this is kind of cool. This is the way they would fight fires back then. It's an old, I don't know if the right term is fire engine, but fire wagon possibly. So this is one of these structures. So as you see here, as I was explaining, this is the original site of this person named Lucy Lane's home. Then they restored it. So it looks like they did kind of, looks like they kind of did a rendition, or what's what I'm looking for. Kind of like it was worn, weathered, dilapidated, or whatever. Okay, so here's it in. This was one of the structures I wanted to point out. This is the Calico one-room schoolhouse. It was, I think, built in, well, there's a sign up there that says 1885, restored in 1955. So, not sure to what degree of destruction or what degree of dilapidation it went through for it to be destroyed. But I'll come around the other side so you can see it. The wind's kind of picking up, so I'll bring this in. That was really close. I had my head turned. So there's the schoolhouse. Then I'm going to come up here. I'm going to show you what the town looks like from a distance. So I'm kind of on the top. I'm at the top end of this little mining town of Calico street, whatever, on the top part. Most people are hanging out in the other areas. And if you look way out there is the, if you see any traffic, it's probably the 15. It's really not too far, but I can see it with my eyes, but the way that the camera, you may not be able to. So then there's the street where all the other shops are at. That's the back side of it. So I'm on the west side of the town. If you guys want to grab something to eat, this is probably the place I've seen the most people eat at. I don't know what I'm thinking. Burgers, fries, grab and go type of items. It's a full grill. I mean, they'll serve hot food. It's at the very top of the street on the left hand side. So this is on the north side of the street. This is the north end. I'm on the west side of the street looking down, and having a selfie mode, so everything's gonna be flip-flopped. That's going down the street. There's not much structures past this where I'm at. I'm gonna spin around. This, I have a picture of it on Facebook. I'm standing in front of it. That's a little house that's actually built into the side of the mountain, cliff, hill, whatever you want to call it. And then when you look inside, the opposing wall is actually the rock structure itself, and it's kind of like dug out, looks like. I don't know if that was real. I'm sure people live like that at one time. I'm not sure if that was just built for these tourist purposes or if that was an original structure. But there's nothing much more up the street. That's a modern place. That's probably like a caretaker or a ranger's place. And coming back down. So that's the southern, looking down the street. And once again, it's a lot like Oatman. So right behind me is this place called Mystery Shack. It's a touristy thing. You pay to have a guide bring you in the back, and it has like that tilted house, illusion house, like they have at Knott's Berry Farm in their ghost town, where it's kind of tilted and they do funny things. It's all optical illusion. I'm gonna do one more shot coming down. You can probably actually do most of the stuff here in about an hour or two when you get in the shade. So right about towards the end, you can see the end of it. If you look past my over this shoulder, you look all the way down, you can see the very end of the street where my motorcycle is parked. So I thought this was worthwhile coming in. I don't have it in selfie mode because there's stuff I want you guys to see. So I just don't know how many. Let me come back a little bit so you can see what this room looks like. So you walk in, apparently this was a barber shop, or it was a structure and they filled it with barbershop stuff to give us an idea. Bathtubs. Kind of reminds me of stuff you see like in the movie Tombstone and things. So it looks like this is like bath and laundry over here. Actually, the sign outside says come in and see the way it was. The way things were. I mean, just the different things they would use. That's a very, I don't know if you can call it a piano. In one way, I couldn't imagine a barbershop being out here, but you know, who knows? The Tombstone had one, right? At least in the movie. I've been to Tombstone, never did a video there. That was way back before YouTube, actually. Most people of Calico, the miners, merchants, and their families, were hardworking, stable folk, proud of the law and order, usually absent in boom town here, and the ordinary items of home life. Used to be ordinary folk who were the heart of Calico. So basically, you know, you hear about the gold rush, 1849. Any people coming out here from back east, I mean, they did have normal lives. They're coming out here to make their millions, which a lot of them didn't. I'm gonna go over here to the sheriff's. Well, the other thing I thought was really cool was this pharmacy. This little, I think they did a pretty good job with the mannequins. I'm not sure if I don't think this is owned by the same conglomerate that owns Knott's Berry Farm. I think Knott's Berry Farm now is Cedar Fair. Organization called Cedar Fair actually owns and operates what was Knott's Berry Farm. Same with Disneyland. You know, the Disney family doesn't own it anymore. It's owned by a conglomerate, or so. Polecat Pete's residence. So I'm sure there's a mannequin in there. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, there's a mannequin in there. I don't know if you guys can see him. Totally like the gate, the little wire mesh thing. My camera wants to focus in on that, and it's not going past, but I think you guys can see him. He's got a spittoon in his lap. I think he's playing a game of chess or check. Oh, there's a coffin leaning up. Wheelbarrow. Outdoor jail. Another biker group over there. I think it'd be just about done. I'm disappointed. The place that I thought was going to be able to make a sheath for my knife is no longer here. But that's the end of it. Oh, I'll show you one thing. This one time when we came out here during the summer when the girls were really small, this thing was filled with water and it was hot. Right now it's November 5th and it's hot. Very hot here. But this thing was filled with water and I dunked my head in it. No more water in it now, but I actually did. I dunked my head in that. I was so hot. I probably got some old pictures of that somewhere. Who's this? Oh, look what I just found. Dedicated to the Walter Knott family in appreciation for their gift of Calico Ghost Town. From the citizens of San Bernardino County who pledged to continue the Knott's work in the same spirit, authentic recreation. Cool, well there you go. There's the story. It's funny that his first name is Walter Knox and Disney was Walter Disney. Oh, I was just talking about Knox. So I'll do a quick panorama, then I'm gonna probably shut it down. I'm pretty much at the end of it. Worth coming. You could probably burn a good 2 hours. I think anything more than that, you might get a little bit bored unless you're getting something to eat. But for $8, it's worth it. All right, this is gonna be it. Bye.